Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know, my name is Brooke and I used to be a cast member at Walt Disney World on the Disney College program. If you can't tell, you probably can't actually, I'm getting better, but I'm a little sick right now. I'm a little nasally, so I'm sorry if that's coming through. I was originally going to film a couple videos today, but I decided just to film this one because I'm not feeling the greatest, but like, pray for me. I hope I get better soon. I need to get like productive, but I'm still here filming for you guys. But anyway, today I wanted to go over with you guys the top 10 things, in my opinion, to do outside of theme parks in Orlando or just outside of Orlando. When I was on my college program, I didn't have a car, and one thing that I didn't really get to do was explore outside of Disney World, and I really wish I would have. If you asked me what my biggest regret of my college program was, it was that I never got to go to the beach. I never got to go literally anywhere outside of Disney housing and like the surrounding area of housing, and then Disney World. Like, that was all I did. I didn't even go to Universal. And obviously Universal is a theme park and a lot of people just do like Universal, SeaWorld, Disney World, and that's it. But I think it's so important to explore the area because Orlando itself has so much to offer. And because this time I'm bringing my car down, it's going to be a whole lot easier for me to go exploring. So what I've been doing is just researching things outside of Disney World and outside of theme parks that I can do that are hopefully on the cheaper side, because I know I'm not going to have a lot of money, but are still great places to explore because I've been to Disney World so many times and I just think it's so important to explore and go see new things, and I think that's really what is going to make my experience this time stand out from the past. But anyway, not only did I come up with my own stuff, I also put a little thing on my Instagram asking for people's like thoughts on things to do in Orlando that are not Disney related, so I'm just going to go through my list with you guys today. So the number one thing I have is swim with manatees. So there's this place in Crystal River, Florida, which I believe is about an hour away from Orlando, and you can go on a 3-hour boat tour.
For a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
And you can go and swim with manatees. This isn't like a caged kind of like zoo thing. They're in their natural habitat. You get like a snorkeling thing, like a wetsuit. You go out in the water. This is their natural like migration area. You go out there, you swim with them, they take pictures, and then they take you back after the 3 hours. And it just seems like a really amazing experience, and this 3 hours only costs $64 US. So it is something I am super interested in doing, and it's through a company called River Ventures, and I believe they have a couple other like exploration things too, but the manatee one is what I'm interested in, and I'm like low-key still looking for someone to do that with me, so like hit me up in the comments if you're gonna be there this summer and want to swim with manatees with me. Additionally, there are also so many beaches in Florida. I'm sure you know this. The main ones are Daytona, Clearwater, St. Petersburg. You can even go down to Miami. It's a couple-hour drive away. Cocoa Beach, Clearwater, Tampa, was actually just named like the best beach. I'm not sure if it's like in the States or in the world or something. Like, it beat out Hawaii this year for the best beach. So I'm super excited to go explore the beaches. I recently went to the beach in Mexico a couple months ago, and I used to hate the ocean when I was little, but I really did love it. And then me and my mom are going to be spending some time in Daytona before my program starts. So I'm really excited for that as well. But there's just so much to do on the beaches. There's so many activities. There's like piers you can walk down. There's just so much going on, and I think it's so cool, and like there's a lot to do besides just like go look at the ocean. Next is the Kennedy Space Center. I've never been here, but this is super interesting. I think would be a really cool experience. Obviously they have like the zero gravity things you can pay for and like simulators and all that, or you can just go for a tour, or even if there's a rocket launching, you can like go and watch that, and I think that's so cool. Actually, fun fact about a rocket launching, if there is a rocket launching while you're in Magic Kingdom, if you go stand and as if you're like looking at Space Mountain, right above that Space Mountain, like the pier at the very top, that's where the rocket is gonna like launch from in the Kennedy Space Center. I've seen a rocket launch from there before, actually, when I was on my trip from Florida, and you stand and you look at Space Mountain. button and you like watch the rocket come off in the distance. Super cool. As for touring the Space Center, once again, it's only about an hour away. I believe it's like right near Cocoa Beach actually, and there's so much you can go do there. It's one of those experiences where you really can't get anywhere else, so I think it would be really, really cool to go and check out. Next, I have the Orlando Outlet Mall. So this is something I did. I went and visited the Orlando Vineland Outlet Mall, which is actually right across the street from the Commons Disney housing complex. So I used to like just walk there from the Commons all the time. It's a really great escape from Disney. They also have a Disney outlet store there, which has like pretty much the same stuff as Cast Connection does in the area that's like not Mickey's Treasures, so like the main big area, just like a little bit of a smaller selection than that, but it's like the exact same prices, and it's like you don't have to take the hour bus ride to Cast Connections to look for stuff there. So I ended up going there a lot and got some really great stuff there for like family gifts and all that. There's also a giant Forever 21, which I bought so much stuff at. And there's a bunch of other stores there too. Cast members also get some discounts. I believe Vera Bradley, and there's a couple other stores too. Just make sure you ask when you're there because cast members do get discounts. There are also the outlets on International Drive, which are a little bit farther away. I believe they're closer to Universal. But they do have a Victoria's Secret outlet there, which is huge. I believe there's another Forever 21 outlet there, and there's another Disney store outlet there too, I believe. Like there are a ton of stores there. These malls are honestly like day trips in themselves. Like you can spend multiple days at each mall and still not hit every store. They are huge, and the prices are super cheap. So if you're really into outlet shopping, recommend checking it out. Next is the Icon Orlando, and this is that giant Ferris wheel. I believe this is also in the International Drive area. It's 400 feet tall and is a really, really great way to see the city. I went on the Great Big Wheel in Niagara Falls. I haven't been in the one in Orlando, but I absolutely love it. It's a super great picture opportunity and just a great, cool thing that you can go and just like see everything in Orlando. I love doing stuff like that, and I think that would also be a really cool experience. It is a little pricey though. I believe it's over 20 bucks for one adult to go on the wheel once, and I think you get like a couple rotations. So it is a little pricey, but it would be a really cool experience. Next is the Orlando Tree Trek Adventure Park. So this is one of those like tree adventure things where they like put like obstacle courses in the high up trees, and you get like a harness and you're harnessed on. They also have zip lining, like obstacle courses, so much cool stuff. I think it'd be a really great adventure, especially if you're really like outdoorsy and love nature. There's so much nature to explore in Orlando, and there's so much that you can go and see. So I think it would be so cool to go and just like explore through the treetops on this like obstacle course. Next are Florida state parks. There are so many of these around. The Florida State Park website obviously has all of them listed, but some of the favorite ones that I have kind of looked into are the Kissimmee Prairie Preserve, which looks super cool and obviously really close to Orlando and Lake Buena Vista. The Blue Springs State Park, I don't believe this is too far away, but like I believe there's like a natural springs and all that there. Super cool. Lake Louisa State Park, Leon Springs State Park. There's a lot of springs in Florida just because it is southern, I believe, and like they're like kind of in like a cavey area or a foresty area. Super cool. And the next one is actually on Disney property. So this is the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campgrounds, and this is really, really great if you're either going on a vacation with your family and you took the Magical Express, you don't want to leave the resort area, or you don't want to spend a lot of money. Fort Wilderness is 100% free to go to, or maybe you're a cast member, you just want to go hang out. First of all, the Trails End buffet there is the best buffet I have ever had on Disney property. Amazing, and it is also so cheap, and I love Trails End so much. It's there. They almost always have reservations available. It's never really that busy, so highly recommend checking that out if you're looking for food there. But additionally to that, Fort Wilderness is huge. It's a great area, and it feels very excluded from Disney, even though it's just a small boat ride away from Magic Kingdom. So like I said, anyone can go check this out, whether you're on Disney property, whether you're staying at Fort Wilderness or not, whatever you're doing, you can just come check Fort Wilderness out. There's like cabins there, people camp there obviously, so you could just go walk around, enjoy the nature. There's a whole like horse ranch there, so all the horses you see on Disney property, so whether they're like in the Magic Kingdom for like special events and like the Halloween thing, I know they have horses there. I'm not sure, they have other events too that have horses. Or like just in Disney property in general, whenever you see like a horse, they're all homed at Fort Wilderness. So you can go look through the stables. I believe it's called the Tri-Circle D Ranch. Super cool for now. I'm not sure if the river country construction has started yet, but you used to be able to peek through the fence and like see the old water slides and like it's an abandoned water park is what River Country is. You can also see parts of Discovery Island from the River Country beach, which is super amazing. I'm totally nerdy about that stuff. I love it so much. And actually, I don't think they're going to tear it down. I'm not sure. Disney announced their new like resort, but part of River Country is still like standing. I'll put a photo of me with it here. The entrance to Mickey's Backyard Barbecue is actually the entrance to River Country, the old entrance. It's still the same ticket booth and everything. But yeah, there's just so much to do. Chip and Dale host a like campfire sing-along thing, totally free to go to for anyone. There's movies with the campfire as well. You could just kind of hang out on the beach. You can't go in the water, don't go in the water, but just hang out on the beach area. There's some watercraft stuff you can rent as well. There is so much to do at the Fort Wilderness campgrounds, and like I said, most of it is all free. So make sure you go check it out. It's a really great opportunity, really close and inside of Disney. Next, I have the Orlando Cat Cafe. I had heard of this before, and then a couple people suggested it on my Instagram story as well. All the cats in the Orlando Cat Cafe, there's usually 12 to 15 of them, and they all are adoptable. So if you're looking to get a cat, you can maybe go there, check them out. They're all like rescue cats. Or if you just want to hang out with cats, maybe you miss your cat from home, maybe you just love cats like me, the Orlando Cat Cafe would be a really great place to go and just hang out for a couple hours. And then finally, number 10 is Winter Garden, Florida. So Winter Garden has so many things. There's a lot of historical sites there. There's also some nature trails, and also there's a really, really nice farmer's market. So Winter Garden would be a really, really great area in Florida to go to if you're just looking for a nice, relaxing day. You're looking for something to get out of the hustle and bustle. You want to get away from the crowds. You just kind of want to take the day slow, relax, but you want something to do. There's so much to do in Winter Garden, Florida. I'm sure there's something that will speak your interest. I know there's like art museums. Like I said, there's a bunch of historic sites if you're into like looking in museums and stuff. The trails, I believe, are free. The farmer's market is just really great to get fresh fruits and veggies. It is so important when you're on the Disney College program to take a break and get away from the crowds, because they will actually drive you insane. And then I also just have a couple honorable mentions here that I'm not going to go into too detail about, but just kind of list them off. So we have orange picking. You can do that across Florida. The Sunken Gardens in St. Petersburg. The Wynwood Walls in Miami. St. Augustine, Florida is an old, amazing architectural city. And reading off of the Instagram story I posted, Cat Cafe, all fired up in Winter Park. It's just outside downtown Orlando. Someone said crocodiles. Danny said Chick-fil-A. The outlet malls, the Sugar Factory, the Melting Pot, Gatorland, Devil's Den, Better Than Sex. It's a dessert place, apparently. An alligator. Somewhere you can go snorkeling. Like I said, I highly recommend checking things out, especially if you're in Florida for a lengthy period of time. Even if you are only there on a vacation, whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, at least take a day and go explore something other than theme parks, because there is just so much to do. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out a bit. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you come back, check them out, subscribe, and hit that notification button if you want to get notified whenever I post, because that's super cool. But thank you so much, and I hope you have a magical rest of your day.